highest office of the land, the President Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi. I was the lucky child to be picked through a rigorous selection exercise to welcome President Moi to my home district, Nyeri, and specifically to the Kiganjo Police College. My duty at that tender age was to hand him flowers in our honored tradition of welcoming dignitaries home. That small encounter of a little girl presenting flowers to the President of the Republic became the beginning of a journey down a long road paved with incredible kindness, genuine human compassion, and love. His Excellency President Moi immediately assumed the role of a father figure in my life, and he took up the cost of educating me by offering to pay my school fees throughout my schooling years. I still remember with deep nostalgia the very first day when I met His Excellency the President. As soon as I handed him over the flowers, he invited me to breakfast and he treated me to some sumptuous mbuzi ribs that were extremely tender. During this king's breakfast, I was asked, "What would you like me to do for you, little girl?" And he asked, "What would you like?" "Anything." I innocently responded that since he was the biggest person in the country, he should remove Kiswahili as a subject in my class. As a little girl, I had a good justification. I argued with the President that at home we spoke in Kikuyu and in school we spoke in English. Further on, I wrote all my exams in English and therefore I could not understand what the need of Kiswahili was. I thought a presidential decree against Kiswahili would be a masterstroke. The President smiled broadly and at my obvious childish request, and of course, I had to explain to my parents why I never thought of greater requests to the President, like the request of a Kambugonda. Those who don't speak French, Mugonda is a parcel of land where I come from. As for my Kiswahili request, that was never granted. It became a central part of my academic progress assessments carried out by Baba Moi himself during my annual visits to State House, where he would start by asking me, "Bado unacheza na masomo?" It is that small encounter in Kiganjo that began a life-transforming moment for the little girl from a little village called Nyarivo in Nyeri, who now stands in front of you, having recently attained a doctorate degree, to mourn a loving father, a faithful mentor, a devoted teacher, and a caring children's president. I celebrate President Moi for his proven, genuine, big heart that made possible my education and that of many other children across the Republic. I celebrate this extraordinary leader who consistently demonstrated his commitment to education, especially that of the girl child. And I stand here in front of you today as living proof that his noble efforts and his noble endeavors were never in vain. My Baba Moi, as I fondly called him, today rests in absolute peace, having, in the sunset of his blessed life, watched many of his children, nurtured directly by him, grow into effective citizens. He rests in peace, knowing that that little village girl from Nyarivo pursued not only the highest limits of education, but also has chosen to live a life of public service as Deputy Governor of Nyeri County. He rests proud of the replication of this story, a story that begins with President Moi's authentic compassion, genuine passion for education, and undisputable commitment of the cause of the girl child. I am only one, perhaps a mouthpiece, of thousands, if not millions, of Kenyans who share similar stories of how Baba Moi transformed their lives. My Baba Moi established and supported many girls' schools, some of which adopted the name Moi Girls, for instance, Moi Girls Eldoret, Moi Girls Nairobi, and my very own school where I went to, the Moi Nyeri Complex. These schools and many others, including those that do not bear the name Moi, stand as monuments of one man's unquestionable desire for an educated nation. President Moi followed the crusade to educate the girl child with a nationwide campaign to uplift the status and empower women. We know of the Maendeleo ya Wanawake, a powerful women grassroots movement that began during the late president's reign. If I were to list only 2 organizations that really got President Moi going, I would start with KANU, the ruling party of his time, where, if you all remember, he used to ask us, Ebu Tingiza Kidole. The other organization would be, of course, the Maendeleo ya Wanawake, through which the president pushed the agenda of women as a critical pillar to a nation's development. I will not, of course, forget that Maendeleo ya Wanawake also acted as an incubator for women leaders who went on to pursue politics. In this regard, I remember the Honorable Zipporah Kitonyi, the Honorable Phoebe Asio, only as some names that come to mind. Other than the passion for education and his singular pursuits to empower the girl child, Baba Moi taught us one other enduring lesson: patriotism and love for our country. As young children, he drummed it up in all that we did, that we must be wazalendo, we must be patriots, loyal to our flag and our country. I know these days some of us crack jokes about the loyalty pledge and about the lyrics of the songs associated with the hate of Baba Moi's rule. Those jokes, of course, can be extremely funny sometimes, only until that moment that you realize that nowadays there is so little that rallies us behind a common cause as fellow countrymen. As children of Baba Moi, we sang about strong values, the values of hard work, the values of discipline, and we were taught to honor our country and become great patriots and defenders of our sovereignty. That is why I mourn my Baba Moi. However, I celebrate the patriotic values he espoused and imparted in us as children. Because of the strong Christian values of Baba Moi, the foundation of this nation is strong and its future is indeed bright and promising. Because of the ideals of Baba Moi, especially his genuine desire to eradicate tribalism, I look forward as a mother to raising my children in a country which will be bound more by ideals and less by tribe and blood ties. Finally, to my fellow Watoto wa Nyayo, we have come of age. We have no excuse. We were raised right. Let us now rise up and, in the spirit of Moi, bind this nation and become instruments of peace, love, and unity. To the great people of Baringo County, thank you very much. Asanteni Sana, thank you for giving us and for sharing with us a son of your soil, Arap Moi. We will remain forever grateful. To the Moi family, my brothers and sisters, we pray that the Lord continues to strengthen you and to continue to bless you, and that he may continue also to comfort you during this very tough time. Rest in peace, Baba Moi. Thank you.